Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors Dynasty here on College Football 25. Today we finish the regular season again. It's our fourth regular season we're about to finish, and it could go up in flames for the good guys. We lost a game a couple episodes ago. It was absolutely annoying, but we've managed to win the rest of our games so far up to this point where we have 2 games left. We've clawed our way back into the top 5. We're number 4 in the rankings currently. And if we stay on the path that we're on, which is win our rest of our games, go to the Pac-12 championship and win that, then we should have a bye in the college football playoff. But before we get into the video, I do want to start to mention some things about the upcoming few months of on the channel and what the future holds for all of the series. So I've already kind of mentioned this on a couple other episodes of different videos, but we're going to start wrapping up our series here because it is getting into middle May, and College Football 26 and Madden 26 come out around the July-August period, which is only a couple of months away. At least College Football 26 comes out in July, I think. So we don't have much time left between now and then to do too many more seasons of each of our series. So we are going to be starting to wrap them up, including the Golden Broncos, including Hawaii, and all that kind of good stuff. So we will be saying goodbye, and obviously the All-American Dynasty as well. We will be saying goodbye to them, but we will send them off in great ways. So what I'm planning on doing for the Rainbow Warriors, and I'm probably going to end up doing this for the Golden Broncos as well, is we're probably going to get through all of this season with all of the normal episodes where we play each game and stuff like that. Then for season 5, we're probably going to do a full season in a video. I don't know, because I did that in the Ohio Bobcats, and that took like 3 hours to record. So I don't know if we'll do a full season. We'll figure it out. That's kind of my plan right now, is if I want to do a full season by like quick managing each game and doing it that way, like we did for the Ohio Bobcats. That's probably where I'll go. But if I choose to not do that, maybe we'll do like a half a season per video. Maybe that would be a little bit easier so that we can get through a few more seasons so we can see the careers play out for some of the recruits that we have currently on the team that are young, like freshmen or incoming guys that I'm excited about in this class right here. And then to actually wrap it all up, we will simulate the seasons until we say goodbye to all of those familiar guys that we're excited about, all those freshmen or incoming guys that we're excited about, and we want to see their careers pan out and see how they play. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's probably how I'm going to do it for the Golden Broncos as well. All-American Dynasty is kind of a different thing, so we'll talk about that when we get there. But for those 2 series, since they're kind of a more in-depth personal with the recruits and all that kind of stuff, we'll probably do it that way so that we can say goodbye a proper way to Hawaii and to the Golden Broncos and get ready for College Football 26. But those final videos won't happen probably until somewhere around June. So we still have about a month, I'd say, of Hawaii and in the Golden Broncos until the very final episode. So you can look forward to that, I guess. But Hawaii is going to start to ramp up very soon because we are at the end of the season here of season 4. So we will get this episode, which is the final 2 games of the year. Then we'll get the conference championship game next episode. We'll get all of the playoff games, however many there happens to be. Then we'll get the offseason episode. And then once we start season 5, that's when we'll start to do all of the condensed videos where it's like a season at a time or a half a season at a time, whatever I choose to do. That's when that's going to start. So we still have a few good episodes of actual in-depth playing each game the full way out like we have been doing the entire time. Now, when we get to College Football 26, I might change the way that I do the videos, like format the videos differently. so that we can get through even more seasons than just 4 full seasons before the next cycle of games comes out. Because I'm pretty sure I started this Dynasty right around the time College Football 26 or 25 came out. So getting through only 4 seasons. Now I know I had a month off in December because I was sick, but still, that would put us maybe what halfway through season 5 if I didn't take that month off for being sick. So we still wouldn't have gotten through that many seasons anyway. So maybe for College Football 26, whatever dynasty I choose to do, we'll probably change the way that we do it. Instead of doing like 2 games per episode, maybe we do a half a season per episode so we can get through more seasons a little bit quicker, see some more recruits, all that kind of stuff. Make it actually a real type of long-term dynasty instead of half a decade. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Hope you guys like that, and I hope you guys go and enjoy this video. If you do, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's go wrap up season 4 Hawaii regular season with 2 big W's. We have our final home game of the year, Senior Day, for all of our seniors right here against BYU. And I couldn't be more excited because BYU's bad. So we should be able to just absolutely destroy them with the team that we've put together so far here in this season. But as you can see, we do have that one loss. It's very annoying. We suffered it early in the season against Stanford, week number 6. It's just, I'm still stunned at how we lost that game. But then we come back, we rally, we absolutely blow out everybody else, except for a random 12-7 game against Duke for some reason. Then we blow out California, we blow out, which I thought was going to be the harder of the 2 games. Then we blow out Boston College, which was not that difficult. And I'm assuming we're going to blow out BYU. But then we have Colorado, who's having a decent season similar to what Stanford has had. So Colorado on the road is going to be a little difficult. Obviously, they don't have Shadur Sanders. They don't have Travis Hunter. They don't have anybody like that. It's many years in the future for that. But they're still having a pretty decent season. Now, as far as Heisman Watch goes, I don't think we have anybody we don't, because I think, unfortunately, we don't have enough yards in the air, and we have too many interceptions for Leo Van Dyke to have Heisman chances. Do we have any other just regular player awards? We probably should have like best running back, right? So Ali Swede and Laga are both contending for the best defensive player, but Oregon's having a great season right now with these 2 defensive guys. Best defensive back, Evan Johnson's battling for it, but again, could be denied by Oregon. Bo Maryland, a freshman redshirt, is better than Steven Kranchik? I don't know about that. Have you seen Steven Kranchik on the field? He's a god. We don't have best receiver, which is a little annoying, but we don't throw the ball enough for that to happen. Best defense or Lombardi Award, another Oregon guy could be taking it over one of our guys. We don't have the golden arm, which is pretty obvious because that goes to senior quarterbacks. We don't have a senior quarterback. Ali Swede still trying to battle for the best defensive end. We're very close on a lot of these awards, but Oregon could be in our way for a lot of them. Interior offensive lineman, we don't have. Tight end, we don't have. Offensive defensive coordinator, our guys are 11 and 12. I feel like they should be a little bit higher than that. But apparently, Coastal Carolina's having an unbelievable season. It looks like they're undefeated right now because their defensive coordinator is 10 and 0, and he probably just got there this year. So they're undefeated, which is pretty crazy. Best linebacker we don't have. Best center we don't have apparently. Lou Groza we don't have. We don't kick enough, or punter and returner we don't have. So we have a chance for a few awards if we can have a really good final couple of games, and Oregon maybe loses a few games. I don't know, or maybe their guys struggle a little bit. As of right now, we do sit as the 7 seed, taking on Alabama, which would be kind of annoying because we've taken on Alabama twice in the past 2 college football playoffs. So I really don't want to do that. I'd like to play somebody new. But we could end up getting a bye, which would be really, really sick if we continue to win games and win our conference, because Coastal Carolina and UCF are the only 2 undefeated teams left in football, it looks like. So if we can pass all of our tests, win the Pac-12 again, we should be able to sneak into one of those seeds, because obviously the Pac-12 is a higher conference than whatever Coastal Carolina's conference is. I think it's the Sun Belt, right? I forget what they're in. And then obviously UCF isn't in a great conference either. So we should be able to pass both of them if we win the Pac-12. That's a big if, because Colorado stands in our way, who we play in the second game of today's episode. They are undefeated in the conference, but that could change if we beat them. Now, if we lose one of these two games, if we slip up against BYU, or if we just outright lose to Colorado, which technically would be a slip up because we're a better team by far by them, then we might get passed by one of these teams that have two losses. But if we stay our ground and we win both games, then we'll probably match up with Colorado again in the next episode for the Pac-12 championship. Unless I guess they lose these two games in a row and they have two losses, then we could, in theory, meet Stanford again. But that's very unlikely. But it's possible. Leo Van Dyke's had a very good season. We haven't asked him to throw the ball very much because we're a very run-first team with Steven Kranchik, as we should be. But 23 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and 1,800 yards is not too bad at all. That's very good. But Steven Kranchik is absolutely murdering people on the field. He's destroying people. Receiving numbers, Matthias Felix has been a god. Gio Starks has been wonderful. Fetu Mama and Siaki Tuafeli have been great. Defensively, I mean, we saw what Evan Johnson, Laga, and what's his face, Ollie Swede. We see what they have done because they're having great seasons in the awards. But we are actually playing very, very well in defense, which is very shocking because our defense has historically been very much a problem. And Dylan Pelshak, I hate that you lead the team in interceptions because you just make me mad. You just make me so mad for some reason, just because you suck, probably. All right. Final thing to take care of before we jump into this game against BYU is to take one more look at recruiting to familiarize ourselves with what's going on right now. We have a bunch of 5 stars currently on the team. We sit at 7th right now nationally with 7 5 stars and 3 4 stars. Now, we should be able to jump into the top 2 or 3 if we are able to just build out the class with just bodies at this point, because we have enough 5 stars to earn ourselves a high rating. But we're not done yet because we're going after 2 more 5 stars, which we should be able to grab. Jimmy Steven didn't commit after the Week 11 game, but he should be able to commit after this game if we blow out BYU. Sergio Moon, it looks like Alabama has passed us, but he's on campus this week against BYU, so we should be able to get him as long as everything goes well. Then we've got Lorenzo Drango, who we've passed North Texas for, which I didn't think was going to happen. And now if we win the game against BYU or if we win the game against Colorado, either way, I think he commits. Tony Poe is looking very good. He's also on campus this week. Oscar Camella is on campus this week. So we got a few guys on campus and then a few guys that we're just very much in the lead for. So this recruiting class is going to fill out, that's for sure. We just need to do our job and take care of business, win these last 2 games, and we should have a very, very good recruiting class at the end of the day. We got to take on BYU. They, on paper, are not that good, but you never know what's going to happen when we get on the field. As long as we control the game, run the ball like we normally do, we should be able to win this game fairly easily. We will start with the ball against BYU. Now, we don't necessarily need a blowout in this game, but a blowout certainly doesn't hurt, obviously. But it's not like the top of mind. All we need to do is just control the game and win. That's really what I'm looking to do. So we're probably going to have Chew Clock on and just absolutely cruise to a victory. That's the goal. We'll see what kind of competition BYU gives out. I don't remember what they did last year against us. Probably nothing too great because we were a really good team last year, obviously winning the national championship. So I'm not quite sure what kind of competition they're going to bring to us, but we are a better team than we were last year, even though we have 1 loss again. We have more talent at receiver. We have I can't say we have a better running back because Cam Barfield's a 1 of 1. He's generational. And Steven Kranchik might also end up being generational, but nobody's going to top what Cam Barfield was doing for us. That's just a different level. So I can't say right now that we have a better running back. Maybe in a couple of years, when we've had a couple of years of Kranchik on the field, we've seen what production he's given us. Maybe we can make that declaration, but right now we can't pass any. Barfield's number 1. Pretty clear. But we do have a generational type of wide receiver in Matthias Felix. That is for sure. That is absolutely certain. He was our first... Was he our first 5-star? Or was Leo Van Dyke our first 5-star? I can't remember if Matthias Felix was a 5-star or not. I think he must have been, right? I pressed the wrong button. Oops. I did not mean to even throw it, to be fair. My thumb accidentally slipped on the the button and I lobbed it. That's my bad, Leo. I did not mean to do that. That's 100% my bad. I accidentally pressed the button when I didn't even want to throw it in the first place. So that's an unfortunate interception. That should not be anything. It should not be an interception in the first place. But them's the breaks when you have fat fingers and you accidentally press a button. I did not even want to throw it. I was going to scramble with Leo and not throw that football. But hey, it is what it is. Sometimes your fingers accidentally press buttons that you don't want to, and they lob passes and get intercepted. Sometimes that just happens. 3rd and 1. We could force a 3 and out here if we're stingy. Let's bring a little bit of a blitz, dial it up. We've got fast linebackers, and Alani Yo specifically. Oh, we can't get there, but we force the incomplete pass. Never mind, he catches that. And it looks like BYU is going to be one of those no-huddle offenses that just annoys me to no end. I hate playing against teams like this because, one, it tires my guys out, and then we have to have backups in for a while. 2, it's just annoying to play against because we can't just get a huddle. We can't just have a breather, a time to think. It's just go, 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 go. It's always running. We're not playing soccer. We don't have to run constantly. Oh, this quarterback, he has wheels. It looked like he was going to run there for a second. But he stops and throws it across body to the other side of the field and gets a few yards, to be fair. But I thought he was going to scramble and take a first down or maybe even more. We brought another blitz. This time it doesn't work. He jumped me. Okay, BYU could be a little bit annoying. It looks like they're going to be a tough team to go against, at least by this first drive. Especially considering I gave away our first drive by throwing away a stupid interception that should never have even been thrown in the first place because I slipped on the button. Oh, that's a corner throw. It's bad throw. That was a touchdown. What are you doing, quarterback? You threw that way too hard. All he had to do was get 1 foot in. You threw that like a bullet. He didn't need to throw that hard. There was nobody even in the corner contesting him. Alani Yo with a big tackle right there. He's just too quick. Finally, we get a little bit of a breather. My God. It was just go, go, go. And now look at this. All my backups are in. I guess that's their point. This is what they want to do. That's their goal. But my God, it's just go, go, go with this team. Somehow we forced them to not get a touchdown. I don't know how that even happened. This is a tough kick. This is close. It's far left hash. This does not have a guarantee to go in. And it won't go in. Oh, we got lucky there. Oh, that's huge. That's absolutely massive. Morgan McLean does not kick the ball very well on the road, apparently. That was a tough kick, to be fair. I wouldn't have kicked it, that's for sure. I would have just ran another play. Oh, Christ. Why would that be the guy that goes up the field on the playmaker? I wanted Matthias Felix to go up the field on the playmaker. But he's not the one who did it. All right, Geo Starks has been a revelation this year. He's been so good as a true freshman. He's going to run the slot, but he's not going to get open here. We're just going to throw it away. I was not in the pocket, was I? Was I in the pocket still? I thought I got out of it. I thought that I got out of the pocket. And that is how we end the first quarter. That's kind of a bummer way to end the first quarter, but all right, that's annoying. I did not think I was still in the pocket there. I thought I was outside of it. What play did I pick? I pressed it too quick. Let's just go with this and just throw it underneath the Geo Starks or something. Snap it, fire it, catch it, drop it, all that kind of good stuff. 3rd and 24. 3rd and 24. Ooh, I pressed the wrong side of the field. But it might work still. We're going to go with it. Fetu Mama. Nope, never mind. It's going to be a scramble by Leo Van Dyke. He's going to make it a very manageable 4th down. Good job, Leo. We're going to go for this. Very, very manageable 4th down. We absolutely needed a lot of yards there. We're going to fire that in. It's going to be intercepted. Are you serious? Oh, it's going to be this type of game. It's going to be this type of game. I know that was like tight coverage and everything. I thought that I threw it ahead of the receiver, like in stride, so he would catch it and outbox the receiver, but apparently the corner just caught it. I don't know. I should have looked at the replay to see how he did it, but probably one of those BS EA Sports animations where you just like phase through the guy to catch it or something like that. All right, we've been unlucky now twice in this game so far in our first two drives. Unfortunately, the first one was my fault because I pressed the wrong button, and then the second time was completely EA BS because that should not have been a pick. I know he was playing him tight, but that was not anywhere near an interception. Let's just be real about that. And now we got to try to stop this BYU team again without any points on the board. I think we can kind of kiss away our blowout that we were going to have, or we had on the table, potentially a blowout. Now he's got to try and survive this game because it looks like BYU is giving me quite the struggle here, and I don't like it. I don't like it whatsoever. This BYU team is bad, but we are playing down to the competition, you could say. That's a quick throw, little screen. I was hoping he'd step out of bounds, but he didn't. We've gotten them to the 4-yard line. Can we get this to a field goal attempt? And he could possibly miss it again. End zone, interception. It's Dylan Pelshak. Why does he keep getting interceptions? Why would he throw that in the first place? What is the quarterback doing there? That's a horrible decision to throw that. It was one-on-one in the corner. There was no space. Why would you ever think to throw that? Oh, God, I needed that guard to get out and block faster. He just needed to be a little bit quicker. That was a horrible decision made by the quarterback, but Dylan Pelshak just keeps finding his way in big moments. I don't know why he keeps getting interceptions. Is that ball going to get there? It is. Geo Stark's big-time touchdown. He has been so good as a true freshman. That speed kills, man. It absolutely kills, and Leo Van Dyke finally puts the ball with enough emphasis on it, enough juice to get that ball over the top of the corner. And finally, we have points. It has been far too late into this game where we don't have points to finally have points. And, ooh, we could be on upset watch for the number 11 team in the country, Georgia, down by 3, down 3-0 in the second quarter against LSU, who's unranked. So we could be on upset watch for them. Rashard Starks, by the way, also been a revelation. 99 speed as a safety, unreal. That is absolutely bonkers. Bonkers cray-cray. And finally, the quarterback is going to scramble, and he slides down before getting railed by Alani Yo. Oh, I was going to absolutely penetrate that man. That's frustrating. He slides down, gets a first down. This is the first time he's actually chosen to actually scramble. He's been just like rolling out of the pocket and still throwing, but he finally runs it. And here we go to this BS again. They're going to keep running some no huddle. We need to get a big time lead on them so that they stop trying. They stop trying to win this game and just concede defeat. They get up to the 40-yard line, 3rd and 2. I mean, we got to bring a blitz, right? It's only correct to bring a blitz. Get there. No! I thought it was going to be a run. We would have stopped it if it was a run. We would have stopped it if it was a run. Well, isn't that just fine and dandy? Ollie Swede trying to get there. Ollie Swede got there, but just as he does, the quarterback throws that ball away because of course he does. They never can just let me have a sack. It's always they just somehow get that ball away. I don't know how it's possible, but they do it. Ramon Funk was ready for the quarterback read option. Luckily, we stopped both options. We stopped the running back as well. And it becomes a big 3rd and 10. What is going to happen for this BYU offense? Hopefully nothing. Quarterback's going to have room, and he's going to scramble for a first down because I missed the sack opportunity with Ramon Funk. He just got around me. I couldn't adjust Ramon Funk's angle, and he just got around me. Well, that's BS, and that's annoying, and that's stupid, and I hate it, and I want to die. He gets it away again just before Ollie Swede gets the sack. This quarterback is annoying. He's just fast enough to be able to avoid all the sacks, and he's got a good enough arm to be able to throw it for good plays. How did he hold on to that? My God. Pelshak, you got to attack that football, man. You could have picked that off easy. I don't like that this BYU team has moved into the dangerous territory each and every time they have the football. It's another scramble by this stinking quarterback. Trevon Rashid is absolutely annoying. He's just scrambling like crazy, and he's finding so much open room. And he's going to scramble for a touchdown. I can't stop the quarterback scramble. Oh my God. This quarterback's absolutely unbelievably annoying. I can't stop the QB run. That's the only way they're moving the football. Every other time, we've been able to stop them on like third downs, and then he would scramble and get the first down and get a bunch of yards out of it. It's just so annoying that that's the only way they can move the football. All right, well, there's only 47 seconds left in this quarter, or in this half, I even should say. So I guess we just go back to the slot fade and see if Geo Stars can go 2 for 2. Doesn't look like it. So let's just throw it away. Because there was nothing really open there. There's nothing really open. They're not pressing up, which is annoying, because we got guys that can beat the press if they just run. I think I can fit that in there. Oh, I certainly can. To a Felly with a big catch. I hate seeing those 2 interceptions on Leo Van Dyke's sheet there, stat sheet. Super frustrating. And I think Gio might have another one there. Nope, it's not under. It's super underthrown. I think that was my fault on that one. I held that a little bit too much because I was trying to get enough power on that to get it over the head, and I held it too long and it made it underthrown. Because God forbid I hold it a little bit too long. And this one I'm going to have to throw away. I had triangle open down the field, but I was too much in a too bad of an angle. It would have been just a horrible ball if I would have attempted to throw it. And that gets us to a 3rd and 10 opportunity. We're going to fire that there. Starks is going to catch it. I'm actually going to call a timeout here. We have 3 of them. We might as well. We need to make sure we get this first down. So we're going to go to All Reliable, Matthias Felix. He's going to drop it. Matthias! He dropped it on the hit. All he had to do was go down. I even went secure catch there to make sure he would hold on to the catch. He dropped it. Matthias Felix actually dropped the football. That's crazy. Final play of the half is BYU with the clock running. He's going to fire it in. Just bring him down. There we go. All right, so it ends up being 7-7 at halftime. This has been a frustrating game on both sides of the ball. I just hope that at the end of the day we can come away with the victory. We should be able to, but we gotta play better on defense and better on offense. BYU will start with the football on offense here in the second half. We need to play better. It's just that simple. We've played bad on defense, allowing quarterback scrambles to absolutely destroy us. And we need to play better on offense. I need to play better on offense. I need to be able to find the open guy and absolutely win games and dominate. We'll see if that can happen. 3rd and 4. This would be a huge 3 and out if we could do it. Absolutely massive. We need to get it. Oh, it's going to be a screen. And it's not going to work. The screen got confused. That's a huge 3 and out. A screen on 4th or 3. What? A screen on 3rd and 4 is very risky. But it didn't work for them this time, thankfully. The running back got confused and ran right into his own guys. That's a massive mistake by BYU, and it should allow us to take control of this game. Let's get back to what we do best. We have not run the ball very well. Let's get back to run, or very much. We run it well. Let's just get back to actually running it. I've been taking too many shots with Leo Van Dyke, and it's been not working. So let's just go back to what we actually do well, and that's run the ball with Pelham Liu, with Derek Boyd II, and with this man right here, Steven Kranchik. Because I think Kranchik currently is on like a streak of multiple games where he's had over 100 yards. It's probably all season, actually. He's had it. I'd like for him to keep that. So Kranchik gets some decent blocking, and he makes it 3rd and inches now. We should be able to just get this first down as long as the blocking is tight. And it is. Kranchik will run over everybody, get the first down to the 32. Good job, Steven. Now we're going to roll to the other side. Hand it off to Kranchik again. He's going to get great blocks. Steven Kranchik, amazing blocks from the wide receivers, and that opened up for a huge gain down to the 4. I mean, that was just unbelievable blocking from the wide receivers there. It doesn't get much better than that. We'll hand this off to the third running back in the crew. It's Derek Boyd the second, and he powers his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So he does, in fact, shark a touchdown from Kranchik. But you know what? Derek Boyd's been a loyal troop this entire series. So giving him a touchdown here and there is not the end of the world. It builds the morale. And now we take our lead back. It's 14-7. Let's continue to ride and continue to blow out BYU. Peters hit him pretty well. He doesn't fumble the football, though, and they'll get the ball at the 16-yard line. Okay, so we've proven we can force a 3-and-out if we just play better. So let's actually do that. The quarterback's going to scramble. He's going to scramble for a big gain. Pelshak went for the hit stick, but he slides down, of course, because he's a big-time beep. Let's see what we can do here. 21-yard line, 2nd and 4. They're going to throw it again, or at least attempt to throw it. He could scramble. Nope, they're actually going to throw it, but he got hit on the throw. I don't know if that would have been open anyway. We had a guy right on top of that receiver. That was a weird decision. But he also made a weird decision to throw it in the corner of the end zone earlier in the game and get picked off. That's a great throw, though. That receiver absolutely torched my corner, which I think it was McConnell Meyer. Well, who was it over there? Oh, no, it was Lanier who was over there. He does struggle on coverage sometimes, but he doesn't get exposed as much as Pelshak does. Sack him, please. Yes, finally we get a sack. It's Ramon Funk, who's had a really good couple episodes. I've been saying his name a lot recently. He's finally coming into his own. I think he was part of that. Was he part of that first recruiting class, or was he the second recruiting class? I can't remember exactly. It's going to be a screen. This time it actually works, or at least they complete the pass. And it gets them up to the 39-yard line. It's 3rd and 9. With about a minute to go in the quarter. Please stop them. It's another screen, back-to-back screens, and this time it doesn't work. Why do they keep calling screens on 3rd down? They have not worked. I mean, I know that they just called one and it worked on 2nd down, but the 3rd down screens, they just can't seem to get the communication between them and the quarterback and the running back. Oh, Matthew Bliss. He's got a lot of speed. Around the corner, Matthew Bliss stopped at the 42. If he could have just got around that one guy, man, it would have been a big-time play. Maybe even a touchdown. That's okay. But it's a huge gain. Gets us great field position. And I think I can float that into Matthias Felix. Absolutely, I can. He jukes people. We know how good juking Matthias Felix can be in the open field. That's a great play. Final play of the quarter is a handoff to Kranchik, and he's got a lot of room. Steven Kranchik up to the 8-yard line as the quarter ends. All right, now I can start to feel the momentum building. It kind of feels like a snowball coming down the side of a mountain, like a big-time avalanche. I can start to feel it building. The power that I'm generating right now. I can feel it. We're going to hand it off. Kranchik right up the middle. Nobody touched him, and he's into the end zone for an easy score. I mean, he just ran right up the middle, untouched by anybody. That's crazy. 21-7 we lead. We finally built up a nice little lead by 2 scores. I'd like to add another one to make it 28-7, maybe even 35-7 if we want to get a little crazy. Let's stop him right here. There we go. Good job. All right. So we forced a couple of punts. Let's do it one more time. Let's force another punt here. Now they're going to be forced to throw it a lot because they're down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. So we know this guy's going to have to throw. We're going to see if he's got what it takes. He's not proven in this game, or at least not proven enough to me, that he can throw consistently accurately or make good decisions. So we're gonna find out right now if he's got what it takes. They're going to hand it off. Alani Yo's right there. You cannot have a slow get out of the pocket or get out of the backfield against Alani Yo. He's got 90 speed. He's going to get there before you even think. He's too quick. Another read option. This time Ramon Funk was in there and he shut it down. It's 3rd and 13. The boys are boying right now. Okay. Coach Juice must have got in the locker room there and he must have yelled at some people, although that's an unfortunate route that got a 1st down. Okay, maybe not. Maybe they're not playing great enough. He just went up the middle, 2 guys on him, and still got the wide open. Oh, they're running the Tennessee play or the Tennessee routes, where they got all three guys all bunched in the far corner over there. I hate when Tennessee runs those. It's hard to defend. Another handoff. You know what? I said that they were probably going to have to run this, or pass this ball a little bit more. They're running it more than I thought they would. I guess it's good for them because the running does tend to work for them. At least it has in this game. But, I mean, you're running out of time. You got 4.5 minutes to score 2 touchdowns and not have us score anymore. It's a tough ask. They're going to go for another screen on third down. What is their fascination with screens on third down? I mean, this one's going to be big for them, so I can't be too mad about it. But what is their fascination? Every single third down, it seems like they go screen, no matter what the distance is. So strange. This time it actually worked pretty big for them because they got a huge gain out of it. But I don't know. It's strange. The fascination with calling third down screens. I thought it wasn't going to work for them again, but he was able to catch it and get a lot of yards. Oh, 2nd down and 10. Let's not have them do anything here, please. They're going to motion people around. They're going to go play action or read option quarterback. He gets brought down for a gain of 1. Pelshak finally does something. Although I can't hate on Pelshak too much. He got the interception earlier. Can't hate on him too much. It's a big 3rd and 9 here. Can't let this man scramble. Can't let this man scramble. Can't let this man scramble. I let this man scramble. He's got a touchdown. Pelshak's not his fault. I took a bad angle, as I usually do. I don't know how to tackle an open field. We've been over that. And that's a very annoying touchdown scored by BYU. Now, do they go onside here? Or since there's 3 minutes left, what do they do? Okay, they're just going to go normal. I wasn't sure what they would do here. But because there's 3 minutes left. Now, this gives us a great opportunity to end this game. All we got to do is run the clock down. And we've proven over this dynasty that we can do that very effectively. But they're going to be very desperate to get us the ball back. So they're going to play a lot of press coverage. But it doesn't need to be. Pelham Liu down the field. Now, he doesn't have the breakaway speed to get away from everybody, but that's a huge gain. It might be too big of a gain. Maybe I should have went down earlier because that gets us a lot of yards that takes away from running the clock down, and Kranchik even gives a big gain. They've sold out for the pass, and they are letting us gash them on the ground. It's kind of concerning. I'm actually not going to snap this until the 2-minute warning because we are not trying to give them any extra timeouts. So they're going to resort to using all 3 of their timeouts right here. But as long as we can achieve 1 first down, it should be ball game for Bozo. It could be a little tricky because now they're going to be ready for the run. They're going to be selling out for the run. But as we have the better athletes here, Kranchik lowers the shoulder and gets the first down. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Steven Kranchik has achieved his 100-yard mark. He ran over a dude, ended his career, and gets that first down. Now the handoff is to Kranchik for a big gain. Gets us down. Final timeout used by BYU. We're at the 2-yard line. We're 1:47 to go in the game. Handoff to Kranchik again. He is into the end zone. 2-score lead has been reacquired. That was a massive drive by the run game. I mean, Pelham U kicks it off with an unbelievable run. Then Kranchik backs it up with a couple big runs. The run game is our bread and butter. It was what it was last year when we won the national title. It continues to be that. As much as I love Cam Barfield, and I think he's the greatest player we've ever had, the run game works regardless of who's back there. We just have such a good run game. And now they're back down to a 2-score deficit with 1:40 to go and no timeouts. They're even more desperate than they were last drive. And now they most certainly can't run this ball. They have no timeouts and no time in the first place. So BYU's in a tough spot here. Oh, never mind about that upset watch, by the way. Georgia's winning 21-9. All they needed was a little bit of time left, and that's an overthrow, and Lanier with the interception. Give me that 3-touchdown lead. Lanier, pick 6. Oh, that's huge. The blowout is still possible. Clint Lanier with the interception. Overthrow by the quarterback, Rashid. He just got a little too aggressive in the pocket trying to get that ball out quickly. He overthrows his receiver, and it's a pick six by Clint Lanier, 35-14. I said possibly 35-7. I was kind of close. That ball's out as well. It's the freshman Richard Starks who popped it. Oh my God. The freshman Richard Starks, who has been unbelievable in the kick return game because he's got 99 speed. He's been great, and we have achieved our blowout victory, 35-14. That pick six by Clint Lanier ends up coming up huge. We should be seeing some big time commitments from some more 5 stars and a couple of 4 stars probably after we simulate this game. Kranchik has a big game. We needed to rely on him, and he delivered. I hate that I threw those 2 picks with Leo Van Dyke, man. The one was super avoidable because I accidentally pressed the wrong button. The other one was just a frustrating one that I threw across the middle of the field. The defensive back just intercepted it. He snatched it. Nothing much I could do there. But we do achieve the blowout. We survive a possible upset because that was certainly a trap game. We stay with a victory in the conference, and now we have a big game against Colorado. But show me some commitments before we get to that game against Colorado. Show me what I want to see. Jimmy Steven, another 5-star, has chosen to come here. Lorenzo Drango. I didn't think that was actually going to happen. I thought North Texas was going to beat us, but we got him. That's 2 big ones. But nobody else? We jumped back in for Sergio Moon. That's huge. Because we were behind Alabama, I think, for him. Ramon Funk gets player of the week defensively in or conferencely in the Pac-12. Let's go take a look at these guys. We actually dropped to number 5 in the rankings, by the way. Jimmy Steven, having him on the squad is awesome. We'll move him up to right there. We've jumped Alabama for Sergio Moon. They have him on campus in week 15. I don't know what's going to happen with him. And Lorenzo Drango being here is awesome as well. I didn't think we were actually going to get him either. All right, this recruiting class is really coming together. We have 8 5-stars, by the way. We've jumped into number 4. If we can just keep putting this class together with the way that it is, we should be able to get number 1. Because we just have so many 5-stars. But if we can add this final 5-star Sergio Moon, that would be huge. And then we're really good on Tony Poe. He might commit after this game against Colorado. Oscar Camella, Tim Osika, we can get him on or we can actually get him on campus because we have no more games. I was going to say we can get him on campus, but we actually can't. We can put more hours on the rest of these guys, though. Let's go for a big-time 50 bomb on DeAndre Mixon. Oh, never mind. I can't do that. That's right. If I could do math, we could do that, and then that, and then that. That gets a 65 on him. We'll do the same thing for Devin Treggs. If I remember correctly, he's pretty fast, right? 85 speed, that's not crazy fast, but I do like him. So we'll switch all that. We'll go back on 50 bomb on him and put a full 65 on him. Nobody's really going after these 2 guys, so we should be good there. We've got Carl Cook, who I don't even haven't scouted yet. Is he fast? If he's fast, he can play. 91 speed, 72 release is a little rough, but he's 6'5", 214. That's a tight end. We've done that with Angel Raymond. We can make Carl Cook a big-time tight end. So let's give him a full 50 and see. Nobody's even recruiting him hard. So let's go for a full 50 on him. We could turn him to a tight end. He's probably going to be pretty amazing with that 91 speed, just like Angel Raymond. So our recruiting class is really coming together. We have a top 5 right now, but I would love to have a top 1. And it looks like Colorado, I just processed this. Colorado has lost. So they did lose their game, which means that if we give them a loss, they have 2, which we could end up playing Stanford still. Or I guess Utah. Either one would make sense. Wow, I really didn't think Colorado was going to lose. So hopefully when we beat them, not only will we be number 1 in the conference, we'll also give them their second loss, and then it'll be a toss-up between Colorado, Stanford, and Utah. It probably won't be Colorado. It'll be either one of these 2 teams. I don't really want to play Stanford because they're the team that beat us earlier in the year, but then again, I want to play Stanford because they're the team that beat us earlier. I want to get my revenge. So it's kind of up in the air. I don't know what's going to happen. What jersey should Colorado wear in this game? They don't really have that many variations. I kind of like the gray with the white helmet. The black helmet looks pretty good too. I think I might give them the gray. I might give them the gray, but I don't really want to give them... Do I want to give them the white helmet? The black looks okay with the gray. Doesn't look amazing with the gray. It might just have to be a white helmet. Or maybe a gold? Ooh. Do I like the gold helmet with the white or with the gray jerseys? I don't know. I mean, I kind of like it. I think it kind of works. What are we wearing? We're wearing the black, right? Or no, we're wearing the white. They probably shouldn't wear gray then. Let's just give them a black. Let's just give them a black uniform, but with a gold helmet. Where's the gold helmet at? There we go. Okay, they'll wear the full black uniforms with the gold helmet. We'll wear our white uniforms, and we will go into battle against the boys. Colorado just came off a loss. They're not riding very high, and they're not having that good of a season. We need to win this game. That's the only thing that has to happen. Colorado will start with the football for the final game of our regular season, taking them on the road. We already had senior day. I'd love a fumble on the first play of the game. That would have been crazy. Rashad Starks is such a good special teamer. So this is the quarterback that they have. Enrique Castro, a freshman, it looks like. I don't know if he's a redshirt freshman or a true freshman. Didn't really say. But it looks like he's had an okay year as a freshman. Nothing too special. And they're going to throw quickly, and it's going to be denied early. Clinton Lanier right there for a big-time tackle. Loss of 2. At least they're not going to run any hurry up like crazy. What's happening here? Why are we taking so long? Oh, because the celebration. I didn't see the celebration over on the side. It was off camera. Navy beat North Texas. That's kind of big. Pittsburgh is the number 4 team. So they passed us for... Oh, my God. Down the field, he catches it. What? You toss a deep ball down the field and on the second play of the game? What's happening here? I was not prepared for such an aggressive offense for Colorado. They're going to hand the ball off to the running back. He's going to get denied after 2. Was that Clinton Lanier again on the play? He's kind of going crazy. How is this Colorado offense going to be? Are they going to be aggressive? They're handing the ball off a lot. That's a 3rd and 4. Should we bring a blitz? We might. We might dial up a little bit of pressure here. See if we can get in on their offense. It's going to be a throw. He's open there over on the side. I'm trying to get over there, but I didn't have anybody quick enough. All right, maybe I shouldn't have brought a blitz. Nobody was over on that right side of the field, and he just easily gets it. Kind of annoying. A little rollout, and he throws that away. Okay, this quarterback's all over the place right now. But he was going to get sacked, so it makes sense he throws that away. 2nd and 10. Another quick throw, intercepted. It's Rashad Starks, the true freshman, and he's got a pick 6 because nobody's catching him. This man's got 98 speed, 99 speed, whatever it is. That's an easy interception. Oh, I love that man so much. And it just enhances the fact that he's got the cowboy collar thing on. The neck roll thing. That just makes it look even better. What was he doing? The quarterback throws it quickly across the middle, and Rashad Starks, you cannot throw anything near him without thinking he's going to snatch that up. He's got such good quickness. He's an elite athlete. I wouldn't be surprised if he ran track in high school, because he's an elite athlete. He does everything you want. He caused a fumble that in the last game against BYU, that was unbelievable. That was awesome. That gave us the win. Well, I guess it didn't give us the win. It allowed us to kneel it down, which in turn gave us the win. But that's an unbelievable play from Rashad Starks. He's unbelievable. I love him so much. I'm so happy he chose to come here because he is just a freak. He's an absolute utter freak. And I'd hope that this quarterback throws another interception. Throw it down the field. Get aggressive. Throw it down the field. Let us pick it off. We have a lot of guys that can do that. They're going to hand off to the running back again. Evan Johnson's right there. Michael Welch is the running back's name. He's a senior, so he must be a real life guy. He gets the ball and he gets a couple yards. 2nd and 8. They're going to throw it across the middle again. Good tackle by Evan Johnson. Evan Johnson's been busy. We've seen him a lot today already. He has been busy across the middle. It's a big 3rd and 3. Let's dial up a little bit of a late blitz call. Across the middle, caught by the receiver. Okay. I mean, that wasn't really have to do anything with the blitz. It just Pelshak. How many times am I going to complain about Dylan Pelshak? Every single chance I can. There he is again. He laid the hammer on him, but doesn't cause a fumble. Rashard Starks would have caused a fumble there. Let's beat Jermichael Powell. It's his last game in the regular season for us. Oh, that's not good. That's a big handoff. It's a big carry. Michael Welch, dude. Good job there. We need this quarterback to make a mistake. It's the only way we're going to stop this offense, apparently. Handoff. Rashard Starks. It's my bad. It's not Rashard Starks' fault. He didn't take a bad angle. I just dove and missed like an idiot. That's not his fault. That's my fault there. 2nd and 5. Come on, defense. That's another quick throw. Another big stop. They can't handle it. They tried that now twice with the little wide receiver screens there. Hasn't worked either time. A big 3rd and 6. He's going to get it. Oh, what a block. If he doesn't block me there, I stop him for a 4th down. Oh, that's a great block by whoever it was. Well, the running back, I don't know who it was, but it was a great block. Is that a handout to a fullback? What is this? 1998? A fullback getting a handoff is absolutely absurd. And he actually got a lot of yards on it. Alani Yo. Oh, I suck big balls. I completely whiffed. Why do I always do that, man? I'm so bad. I don't even know why I try. I just completely miss open tackles all the time, man. Stop him. Yes, Jermichael Powell. He met him at the 1 and he pushed him back. That's some big strength. It's from the 1 again. I'd love a goal line stand right here. We're going to see what happens. It's going to be a quarterback keep on a play action. What are you doing? Why on earth would you call a read op or a play action from the 1? That seems like a real bad idea, and it ended up being a bad idea because he gets sacked, and now it's a field goal attempt. They will drill it, so it's 7-3. We lead, but we haven't had the ball on offense just yet. We lead 7-3 without even touching the ball on offense. Here comes Peters. Peters will not get much. He gets to the 16-yard line, and here comes the offense. Matthias Felix, unfortunately, we're probably not going to get him to 1,000 yards in the regular season. He should be able, if everything goes to plan, he should be able to get 1,000 yards pretty easily throughout the entirety of the games that we have left, as long as we have a deep playoff run. But unless we have a game where he goes off for 200 yards, he's probably not going to get 1,000 yards in the regular season. Which is not the end of the world, but because we don't throw the ball very often, but you'd like to your number 1 receiver to have 1,000 yards. Oh, Kranchik. Couldn't get around that. They kind of stuffed that run right there. An injury for a Colorado player. Maybe opens the door for a big-time throw here. How tightly are they going to play this? They're going to play it pretty tight. I'm just going to dive down with Leo there. Or slide down with Leo. This is my first time seeing this Colorado secondary. I'm not sure how good of coverage they're going to have. They're not great stopping the run, that's for sure. Which is good for us, because that's our main source of offense, is the run game. And I'm going to let this roll to the second quarter. I'm not going to give them any sort of extra down that they could, your lack of down that they could have against us. So we're going to let that go to the second quarter. It's 7-3, but we've done pretty well so far in this game. The defense has looked a little spotty. We got lucky with that interception. Other than that, the defense has looked a little spotty, but we should be able to handle it the next time out, hopefully. That's the goal. Pelham tried to squeeze through. He kind of did. What do I even want to call here? I'm not even sure. I want them, all I want is for them to play press coverage so I can just send people deep. That's my entire goal. Oh, look at that. Look at the blocking down the field. Van Dijk put that ball on the ground. What's the flag? A late hold? Or a block in the back? Well, that's going to remove the fumble unless they picked it up. No, we have it still. So, hold on. What happened? What happened on that play? So, Van Dijk has a lot of open room. He fumbles the football. Was he down first? No, that ball's out before he goes down. So that is an actual fumble. But who picked it up? Obviously, we picked it up. Who's got it? So it's out right there. Oh, it just kind of stayed. It just kind of stayed, and Van Dijk just like secures it. Okay, I thought it bounced everywhere, but I guess I didn't see. Leo Van Dijk fumbling the ball. That's something he does a lot, unfortunately. He does fumble the ball a lot when he's scrambling. Let's get a little action shot. Usually we get the throwing shots, action shots of Van Dijk. Let's get a little bit of a run action shot with Leo Van Dijk there. Look at that determination on his face. Picture taken moments before disaster, you could say on that one. All right, so we get lucky. The fumble kind of helped us, I guess. I mean, not really. Or the flag, I mean, kind of helped us. But luckily, we just recovered the football, so nothing really bad happens. Kranchik kind of did the limbo underneath that offensive lineman there. He gets it to a 3rd and 5. They're actually containing the run pretty well right now. And I don't like it. So we're going to go to a pass. We're going to hit Fetu Mama, and he's going to drop it because it's in tight coverage. Ugh, 44-yard field goal. Do we try it? I might call a timeout here. I mean, we are right down the middle, so it would make sense. I could probably hit this. But I'm going to go for it. I'm going to fire it right in there. I'm going to drop it with Fetu Mama. I got a little aggressive there, trying to throw that to Mama there. I probably should have just taken the points. Or called a different play. Maybe that would have been a little better. I don't know. All right, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. 2nd and 6 on defense. Colorado hands it off. He's going to get shut down for a gain of 1. Expertly done. Love to see it. Beautiful. Picture perfect, you could say. A 3 and out would feed families, that's for sure. It'd be electric. Oh, Laga. Get there, Laga. He's going to bring him down. It's a 3 and out, and the Colorado offense will send it back to us. So the going for it on 4th down and not getting it does not end up hurting us in the short term, at least. That is absolutely massive. That's a late hit, by the way. All right, we got through that a little. You could say a little bit bailed. Could say that. Wouldn't be a wrong thing to say. But we did survive that. I'm actually going to send Tuafeli. I don't usually send Tuafeli on the deep routes, but I have a feeling he could. Oh, he did actually. It was a right feeling to have. He did actually destroy the corner, but the safety played that also. Why do you have to have good defensive linemen? He's going to try to go around the edge. Matthias Felix is wide open around there. Throw me a block. Oh, he walked a tightrope. Matthias Felix gets a bunch of yards he shouldn't have had. Oh, Matthias, I love you. I absolutely, utterly love you. Oh, man. What a route. And a block from Kranchik as well down the field. Absolutely perfect. Unbelievably perfect. 2-minute warning has arrived. We have 2 minutes left in this half. We do get the ball to start the second half, so the double dip is on the table here. Geo Starks gets that 1st down. And you know what? Let's toss a little screen out there. We don't run a lot of screens because I just don't like them in the game. Let's toss them out, though, and see what happens. Kranchik wide open. Steven Kranchik lowers the shoulder, gets to the 3. Can I get a little bit of a run play here? Switch to a run. It's going to be Pelham Liu. He's going to hand it, and he's going to walk in. Touchdown City. It is a 14-3 lead. And now all we got to do is hope that Colorado doesn't score in the next 44 seconds, and then we have achieved the double dip, or at least one half of the double dip. And yes, you do have to say it like that if you want to say double dip. Double dip. Peters, oh my God. That man went to the Shadow Realm. That was crazy. All right, 43 seconds in the half for Colorado. They have all their timeouts, so they can do some damage if they want to. But they only get a yard on that play. Okay. That's not really the damage I was thinking. 37 seconds. One timeout used already. He goes down for the receiver. Dropped. Good play. Was that Clint Lanier again? I'm not sure who that was. I think it might have been. And now it's a quick 3rd and 9. Oh my God, he's down the field wide open. Touchdown, Colorado. They just did a classic juice route. Send your fastest receiver down the field on a go and hope that he destroys whatever corner's on coverage on him. And that exactly is what happened. So that is brutal. Colorado pulls it to within 4. That's something I didn't want to have happen. All right. So we go back to the drawing board here with about 25 seconds left. 22 seconds now. Now, we could score instantly here if we get a lucky slot fade. But they're not going to give me a slot fade option here. And I could go find it myself, but I'll let it come to me. I'm going to go with the play action wide receiver in. I really wish that they would play press coverage. That's all I'm asking for. I don't think they play press coverage at all this game. Can I fit that in there? Yes, I can. It's Matthias Felix. We'll call our first time out. Okay, now they're offering me a little bit of slot fade action here. That's what I'm wanting. Give me another one. All right, I'll just go with the regular slot fades. All right, Geo Starks and Fetu Mama are running them. I'm actually going to send Matthias deep as well. Make that safety cover anybody. You know what? I got to scramble here. Look at Leo Van Dyke and his scrambling abilities. He gets us at least into field goal range here. Possible field goal range. We need to get a little bit closer. With 9 seconds and 1 timeout, how can we get into field goal range? We throw it to Matthias Felix. He gets us a couple extra yards. We're kind of in field goal range. But it's a 51-yard field goal from the right hash on the road. I don't like my options. I'm not going to make that. I'm simply not. So maybe we go quickly here, get down, and now I'm in the middle of the field. Ha ha! I'm smart. I'm absolutely smart. Now I'm a lot more centered. I should be able to drill this. It's up. It's hooking. It's in! Oh my God, I almost missed it. But it's in. Schoonmaker, not known for kicking deep. That is for sure. That's the one drawback of having Schoonmaker as our kicker. He's not got the most powerful leg. I didn't put a lot of power on that, to be fair. But he hooks it. Is that a double doink? Did that double doink its way in? It might have. But we lead 17-10. Headed into the second half. We get the ball. Let's go and absolutely crush the throats of Colorado. We will start with the football on offense here in the second half. Colorado's crowd is super loud. It's shaking the screen. But all we have to do is play our game, hold on to the ball, and win. There's not really much. We've done all the hard work in the first half. All we got to do here is just continue to dominate. Kranchik has opened up a hole, and he's going to score a touchdown. What kind of blocking was we on display right there? That was absolutely nuts. Crazy good blocking from the receivers and the offensive line. And instead of running the clock down, it ends up being a, 2-play touchdown? It's rare that we get a long run for a touchdown. I don't usually ever get those. It's nice to get them every once in a while. And that's a really good stop on the return. It's at the 12-yard lines where they will start. And it's 24-10. Colorado is in shambles right now. It's barbecue chicken, you could say, for this game. We're going to try to get this ball back very quickly, but that's not a good start with a 2nd and 1. Let's get a turnover here. That's absolutely what we want to do. Let's get an interception or a fumble or just a punt, I guess. I'll take a punt as well. This guy's been very annoying, this Miller. He's been like one of their big-time receivers. I don't like it. He needs to go away. I wish he would fall down. Second down run, or first down run gets it to second down. Second down and 8. California didn't put up any points against Oregon State. That's kind of wild. Oh, that's wide open. He's got a lot of room, and he goes down at the 47-yard line. Pelshak's right there. Draylon Miller is the guy's name. He is really just eating my lunch right now, and I don't like it. I want to eat my own lunch. Why you gotta be that way? Hand out to the running back after a lot of trickery, a lot of motion, a lot of smoke and mirrors. Gets him to the 49. I don't like the way that this Colorado team is moving the football. Let's not have him do that anymore. Alani, that wasn't Alani, that was McConnell Meyer. I thought that was Alani Yo for a second who got that. 3rd and 3. Let's dial up a blitz. Alani Yo needs to get some speed. He's not going to, but it's going to be a sack regardless. It's Evan Johnson, so the blitz was effective. Evan Johnson comes in and sacks the quarterback on the linebacker blitz, and we force the punt. That's exactly what we needed to do. And that's a horrible punt. He shanked that to the left. It goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Terrible punt by Colorado. And now we just go back, and they're finally playing press coverage, which makes me happy. But I'm trying to end this game as quick as possible. I'm trying to run this ball out. Oh, they're super ready for the run. They are playing it real tight. They are ready for this run game. It makes sense, though, because we just had that huge gash of a run, and Kranchik's breaking arm tackles like crazy. You can't arm tackle Steven Kranchik. He's too thick. He's too muscular. Can't arm tackle this man. He's going to run this guy over. Well, kind of. He kind of ran him over. Put him on his back. And we're milking it. We are milking the clock. Milking the third quarter. They don't know what's hitting them right now. We are absolutely cruising. We're about to be under a minute in the third quarter. I'm going to sneak in a throw here. Try to boost Matthias Felix numbers. Get him some artificial extra yardage that he wouldn't have otherwise had. We'll go right back to the run. This will be the final play of the quarter right here. So don't have to worry about anything. Run him over. Ooh. Didn't actually run anybody over there. Kind of rare. Kind of rare not running him over. I'm kind of thinking that Colorado could be my College Football 26 Dynasty team. I'm kind of thinking that because it might be a fun little storyline to talk about where does Colorado go post Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. They still got Coach Prime, but where do they go? Who's going to be the next big-time guy for Colorado? So that could be Colorado is definitely on the top of my list for potential College Football 26 teams. Now, if I don't do them as my actual dynasty team, like a long-term dynasty team, I might choose them as like a Ohio Bobcat style, where we do a rebuild type of dynasty, where we do a season per video, like we did with the Bobcats, that type of thing. So at some point, we will, in College Football 26, we will do a Colorado dynasty. I just don't know if they're going to be my long-term one from the start, or if they're going to be a Ohio Bobcat style dynasty. And I do want to do more of those in College Football 26. I only did the Bobcat one because it took a long time. And I just didn't have the time to do that along with other stuff. So in 26, I do want to do more of those type of dynasties where we take a control of a team, we do a season per episode, and get through like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seasons, however many it ends up being. We win a championship or two, and then we move on to a new team and a new dynasty. I do want to do more of those. So be on the lookout for those in College Football 26 when that drops. But I still haven't fully put together who I want to be my Hawai'i in College Football 26. I haven't decided yet. Could be Colorado. It could also be, I don't know, Boise State. Maybe post Ashton Genty. Or we go for a team like maybe a Big Ten team like Iowa and try to fix their offense, because their offense is just abysmal. That could be pretty interesting. Maybe we go for a team like, I don't know, Utah. somebody like Utah, and we do like we have the Holy War with BYU or something like that. That could be a fun little storyline. I don't know. I haven't fully decided who I want my team to be. Just know that Colorado's in the top of the list. That's for sure. I didn't even mention, as I was talking about potential future dynasties, Leo Van Dyke scrambled for a touchdown. That was pretty awesome. I didn't think I was going to get it. We went for it on fourth down. I wasn't sure we were going to be able to get it. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get it throwing the ball. What a diving catch. This Colorado wide receiver core is kind of crazy. They've been making some. They've been doing a lot of stuff. This quarterback's not too bad. He did make the one mistake where we picked him off. Other than that, he's not been horrible today. That's a bad miss by me. And all of their wide receivers have been doing damage against me, and I don't like it. Usually it's the run game that does a lot of damage against me, but this time it's been the passing game, and it's kind of frustrating. That's a quick throw. How did he hold on to that? We had Evan Johnson right there on him. All right, 3 minutes to go in the game. It's 31-10. We will allow a first down there. I got to stop trying to hit stick the tight ends. They just bounce off of it. It's very rare that a tight end will get hit stick and actually get hurt, like fall down. Usually they just bounce right off. End zone, incomplete. Little bit off target there. Slightly out of the reach of his intended receiver. And it's 2nd and 10 from the 11. Trying to get a sack on the quarterback. We're not going to get the sack, but we are going to bring him down at the 5. The receiver down at the 5. Let's go for a goal line stand potential right here. Maybe, possibly, question mark. I don't know. 3rd and 4 from the 5. Intercept that easy. Pelshak. Yep. He went for a big fade, and it hung up in the air way too long, and Pelshak just keeps getting interceptions. I don't know why. He's just always in the right place at the right time to intercept a pass. I don't think he's that good, but he just keeps getting interceptions, and I'm annoyed by it. He's not horrible. Obviously, he's good enough to start for us on the team, but I don't know. In the game, he just doesn't, on the field, doesn't feel that good. But he always comes up with it. That's like his 6th interception of the year. He's got way too many interceptions for me to be calling him bad, but I don't know. He doesn't feel very good on the field. Pelham Liu, on the other hand, feels amazing on the field. He's a wonderful backup running back to have on this squad to give a little bit of a breather to Steven Kranchik, who is a god and will continue to be a god as he outruns everybody. See, he's got that rare mix of speed and power where he can get the edge like that. And he actually leads the country in touchdowns with 16. I'd like to give him 17 to give him the full lead because he's tied right now. Pelham gets a nice one there. Actually, we're going to turn the chew clock off so we can get this rushing touchdown. I really want Kranchik to get that 17 touchdown. So we're going to give him the football there. Get the first down. We're at the 10-yard line. Come on, Kranchik. Pelham Liu's in. As long as Pelham gets us up to the 1... or the 2, I guess. Okay, there we are. Just run out of bounds. There's the 1. I could have gave that to Pelham, but I want this to be Kranchik's touchdown. He's back in the game. Let's give him number 17 and give him full ownership of the number 1 spot in the country in rushing yards. It's Steven Kranchik, number 17 on the season. And we have secured another blowout, even though we don't have any recruits on campus. But a blowout doesn't hurt. Absolutely. 38-10. It looked a little spotty there at the beginning of the game. I thought Colorado might give us a little bit more of a challenge. Why is it always the better teams, I shouldn't say the good teams, the better teams in terms of record, we blow them out. But the teams that are absolutely god-awful trash, we struggle with for most of the game. And now we did end up blowing out BYU. We got a lucky pick 6 there at the end. I don't know why we always do the opposite of what you would think we would do, where we would blow out the team that's absolute trash and then struggle against the better team, but it's the complete opposite. It's strange. As long as we go to the Pac-12 championship and win it. So now Colorado is going to have 2 conference losses, 4 losses in total on the year. So they're completely out, I'm assuming, of the Pac-12 championship. This loss really killed them. Although, to be fair, the loss last week really killed. That's what put the nail in the coffin because they knew they were pretty much going to lose this game. So having that loss the previous week really, really ended it. So it's either going to be Utah or Stanford that we match up against. Now, I would assume, just off my guess of what the standings look like and everything, I would assume, as the game will end on a sack, that it's going to be Stanford. So it's going to be a rematch of the game earlier in the season, which we lost. But that was on the road in Stanford. This one's going to be a neutral site, I think, right? Pac-12 plays neutral site, or they play it? Well, if anything, it'll be at our place because we are the better team. We're the higher overall, everything like that. So we would have the home game. But that loss was on the road. This game is either going to be either neutral site or on our stadium. So we shouldn't struggle against Stanford. The only reason we struggled against them is because Stanford kept throwing deep routes on Dylan Pelshak. It was like 3 different go routes that they torched us on because Dylan Pelshak doesn't have good coverage like that or speed. That's what really started my distaste for Dylan Pelshak was that game against Stanford. And I would assume that's the team that we're going to play against. It could be Utah because Utah is the higher overall in the top 25. I guess we'll find out right here who we're going to play against. Who is it going to be? Tony Poe, the 4-star wide receiver, has committed to the team. Finau Chiu, I apologize if I pronounced that name completely wrong. I probably did. He commits. That's 2 more commitments. But crucially, the 5-star does not choose to come to the program. Rashard Starks gets the player of the game defensively in the Pac-12. And we are taking on Colorado again. Oh my God. Colorado somehow snuck their way into the conference championship. How'd they do that? How in the world are they number 2 in the conference? Stanford's 9-3 with a 5-2 record. How do they not get the upper hand? I'm not quite sure how Colorado did this. Because if it goes by conference record, they're tied. So then wouldn't it just go by overall record? At that point, if they're tied in conference record? Every single stat, Stanford is better than Colorado. And yet Colorado is playing in the Pac-12 championship. That's really wild. I did not see that coming. I thought I was getting prepared to play Stanford again. But we are playing Colorado in the next episode in the conference title game. Absolutely unbelievable. Craziness. So Sergio Moon, no! Alabama passed us. Sergio Moon is probably going to go to Alabama. Oh, that's tough. There's nothing much else I can do though. We don't have the stuff to be able to beat Alabama. I could try one last desperate measure to try to hard sell, but I don't think that's going to work because our grades, at least the ones that he likes, are not very good. We have 2 B's and a D. That's not going to really do much against Alabama, but I'll try it. Oh, that's tough. That's real tough. I wanted one extra 5-star. It's not going to happen though. We're looking pretty good for Oscar Camella. Tim Osika, we're also looking good. We got Chiu, who we can add to this. Then we're looking very good for the rest of these guys. I mean, nobody else is really even going after any of these guys. We have achieved number 1 status for Carl Cook, so we might as well put those extra 15 hours on him to make it 65. And let's scout these last 2 3-stars, because I haven't even done that yet. A busted gem for Femi Guy. We don't really need another free safety, so I'm going to take him off the board. What about Bryce Turbin? We could always use another power rusher. 80 speed. He's not amazing. He's a 3-star at the end of the day, which makes sense. I think I'll put a nice little 40 piece on him. We won't go too hard on him. If we somehow jump into number 1 for him for the offseason, maybe that'll be a good thing, but I'm not going to go too crazy on him. The rest of these guys were in really good position to grab and secure. And we could have ourselves a top #1 class in the country if we were able to bring in those 3 stars plus a couple extra 4 stars. Unfortunately, we're not going to add a ninth 5 star, but hey, 8 5 stars in recruiting class is absolutely crazy. Is there anybody else left that I could recruit? There are a bunch of guys left, that's for sure. What about any top players? I would assume this late in the season, everybody's committed everywhere, except for obviously Sergio. Who else is left? So all the 5 stars have chosen a team or locked us out. Are there any other 4 stars available? I would doubt it. I would highly, highly doubt any other 4 stars being available. And it looks like all the 4 stars are pretty much decided on where they're going to go, which is understandable. So let's go back to the recommended. We have a few 3 stars available at positions of need. We'll take a look at this guy. We don't need any more free safeties. I think we have a good amount of free safeties, right? We have Oscar Camella pretty much already committed. We already have Jimmy Stevens, so we're going to bring in 2 most likely. So we don't need any more. We don't necessarily need any more quarterbacks unless we find a freak, I guess. But all these guys are field generals, which I'm not super excited about. There's some more D tackles. I guess we could take a look at another D tackle. Another couple D tackles, maybe. And then we've got Tyler Lord. That sounds like a pretty crazy name. Let's toss him on there. We don't have enough hours to scout all these guys, but let's toss maybe a little bit of a scout on Tyler Lord. 84 speed's not horrible. 72 speed, 89 or 86 strength, 79 power moves. That's pretty decent for PJ Horn. What about this big dog? Only 70 speed. I know he's only a D tackle, but that's a little interesting. He's not getting recruited very much at all. Neither is Dexter Sawyer? I don't know. All right, that'll be our recruiting for the season pretty much, because the next time we'll be able to do any type of recruiting is going to be the off season. We are going to advance this week, and to wrap up the video, we'll take a look at the regular season stats as we prepare to play Colorado the next episode. We do, in fact, secure the commitment of another 4-star, Oscar Camella, so that's our second safety. We got locked out of everybody here that we just added to the board, unfortunately. And Sergio Moon has committed to Alabama. So we don't end up getting that extra 5-star. We didn't have the grades to be able to combat Alabama this late in the season. We made the push too late to go after Sergio. It's annoying, but I get it. It's understandable. We definitely should have, if we wanted him, we should have went earlier in the season for him. All right, so that's another 4-star added to the class. We are up to number 3 in the country nationally, but we still have a bunch of 3-stars that we can have added to the board. So let's take off these guys that said no to us. PJ Horn has not locked us out, which is good because I kind of liked him. I kind of liked a little PJ Horn. And he's a gem. He's got platinum fan favorite right out the gates. You know what? Let's send the house on him. Let's put the full 65 bomb on him. I kind of like PJ Horn a little bit. Now, what other players are available? What kind of corners are left? Tell me that there's some beefy 3-star speed guys. There's only one 3-star corner left on our recommended. What about 4-star corners? Are there any 4-star corners left? Probably not. No, there's no more 4-star corners. What about 3-star corners? There's got to be 3-star corners, right? Except for the one that we just put on the board. How are all the 3-star corners taken? That seems kind of crazy. Yeah, they're all taken. That's wild. Okay. I guess we'll just add the one 3-star corner. What about 3-star outside linebackers? There's got to be some, right? There's this guy, Reggie Cashman, like the name. Matthew Cargile, we'll add him. Who's this guy? Greg Giguere? He's a JUCO junior. I don't want him anyway. Sidney Golden. He's not getting recruited. And then Greg Abbott. I remember seeing Greg Abbott. I'll put these 2 guys on the board. And then maybe there's another D tackle. We already going after PJ Horn. Max Schumacher could be an option. Or Quincy. Ooh, I like Quincy Easter for the name. So we'll go after him. We have 125 hours. Let's find out a little bit about these guys. None of these guys are getting heavily recruited at all. Eric Colley. If you're fast, you can play for me. 90 speed, gem, 85 acceleration. Okay, I like that. You can definitely play for the big dogs. Let's give you a full 40, and hopefully we can get into that race. What about Reggie Cashman? All right, I'm not super impressed by Reggie. Matthew Cargo. Oh, he's a JUCO sophomore. Never mind. I don't want any JUCOs. Let me go for Quincy Easter because of the name. 88 strength is nice. He's a busted gem though. Is he good enough to recruit otherwise? Not really, especially with 57 speed. I don't like that at all. All right, so we got 20 hours. Greg Abbott, is he decent? Maybe. Ooh, 76 speed for Golden. I don't want my linebackers to have 76 speed, that's for sure. 80 speed's okay. I can get by it a little bit, but it's not preferred. I like somebody with like 84, 85 speed at linebacker, and obviously Alani Yo with 90 speed. All right, so let's wrap up this video and this season with some season stats here. So 2,000 yards for Leo Van Dyke, not too bad for somebody who doesn't throw the ball very much. 24 touchdowns and stupidly 6 interceptions. It should be 4, but I threw those 2 picks in the BYU game. That's a good season from Leo. I'll take it. Rushing numbers, oh my God, 1,400 yards, and he ended up with 18 touchdowns. So not because he had that hadn't updated. It was 16, but he had 2 in the game, so it makes it 18. That makes sense. So 18 touchdowns for Leo Van Dyke, very awesome. Pelham Lee also had a very good season. And then Matthias Felix, 883 yards, so he doesn't achieve 1,000, but I didn't think he would. He'll get that, hopefully, throughout the playoff run that we have. 11 touchdowns as well. Geo Starks is a great true freshman. Tuafeli was great in the limited catches he had. Fetu Mama as well. Defensively, Alani Yo leads the team in tackles. Not a surprise. He's super fast. Tackle for loss leader was Ollie Swede with 19, 18 for Laga, 13 for Powell. Sack leader was Laga with 11, 7.5 for Swede and Ramon Funk. Ramon Funk had a really good end of the year. He really, really came into his own. And then Dylan Pelshak leads the team with interceptions with 6 for some reason. Always the right place, the right time. Rashard Starks had 4 picks as a true freshman. McConnell Myers, senior. We're going to be losing a lot of guys. Evan Johnson and McConnell Meyer both leaving, and Jemai Otis, who's been a great player for us. How many forced fumbles did we have? Rashard Starks caused 2. I think both of those were on kick returns. Shirley had 2. Sherrills, Johnson, a lot of guys had 1. Fumble recovers. We only covered 3 fumbles on the season. Did we block any kicks? We blocked 2 with Lotulele. Safeties, we had 2. And then defensive touchdowns, we had a couple picks. I think all of these are pick sixes. Most likely. Kicking numbers, we didn't kick very much. We kicked 3 times with Schoonmaker. And the 46-yarder that we kicked in this episode was the longest he made all season. But he went 61 for 61 on extra points. Punted. We had 1 punt the entire year, Dion Hester. Then kick return. No kick return touchdowns this year. I thought I had one. But no kick return touchdowns this year. And no punt return touchdowns this year. Okay. Those are our regular season stats. We'll see how they change by the end of the playoff run, however long it goes. But we are going to play Colorado in the next episode in the conference championship game. We won it last year, I think, against California. Let's go take down Colorado in the next episode, win our second straight Pac-12 title, go to the playoffs, and win another national championship. That's the goal. We'll see if it can happen. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave it a like. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.